Hi, welcome to school management system. Up there is my search system. Okay, and I can always move back or move last, move previous, move first, exit the system if I want. Okay, and I also now have register embedded in this. Okay, that's the register. You can select whatever you want to select. The default is present and just populate it the way you want, or you can mark all of them late, authorize absent, or all present. Alright, clear the old system and go back to the main system right there. So what I'll do now is to take you guys straight into Visual Basic 2015, and we put one of these together. Hi, welcome to another school management system. I'm going to start by creating a new project. Right, we'll give it a name. Let's just call it, we'll just call this one school, and save it somewhere and click on OK. Alright, the form is ready. So the next thing I would do now is to define my form size. So my form size will be about 1368 by 689. That's the form size. Let's do the try again. 168, comma 689. There. Now the next thing is I'll go to tools right here, and I intend to connect to database. I have the database on my system already, so let's browse for the database, and that is it right here. Let's go to, I might have it in here really. Let's see, that's it, that's the database there. And get rid of the admin and let's test it. Yes, that succeed. Click on OK. Right, the database is on the system. I suppose the next thing I will do now is to actually go to data source here, select data source, add new data source, and make sure you select database. Click on next. Click on next again. That is the database we intend to use. Click on next and accept this because it's only asking you this database will now be stored in the folder. Click on yes and click on next. So that will be the name of the connection, school connection string. And let's select both table and the view. The view is supposed to be the query that was created or that was generated in the database, and click on finish. And there we go, that's the database right there. So the next thing now is this is supposed to be the school database, so I'm going to drop that down and select details. That's the details I intend to select. So I'm just going to drag the details icon on board. There we go. Now I have my details icon on board. One important thing that I'd like to take care of right now is to take care of my search engine. So let's hold this down, click on that, drag this, just copy. I've just copied that. The next thing I intend to do is come to the tools right here and select combo box. There we go, we have a combo box in place. Then I also need a button there. That's my button right there. So I will then ask this combo box to store the following data right here. Okay, so let's double click on the form, take note of those names, double click on the form. Before that, I think we should do the right thing. Let's give this component, let's give them all a name. So here, come in here, the text box, let's just call that txt search. Then the combo box, called the combo box cmb search, and the button, let's call the button btn search. Then scroll right down where we have button 1, enter the following text right there. So that is that. Now that we know the name of the combo box, let's add some item to it. Double click on your form right here on form load right there. Take a good look at the events and enter combo box dot items dot add, and whatever item you intend to add, you just enter it in there. In this case, I want to enter course code. That's the first item there. Just copy that and enter the other item in there and bring it down. So the next item, let me enter subject, and I think the next one is department code. Okay, that's the only 3 I can remember for now. Let's go back onto the form and see. Okay, we have layer, fees, and we have first name, surname. Okay, let's take care of first name and surname. Okay, changes, let's change this to first name. Then we have last name. We have fees here somewhere. Fees, I think it's fees due or fees. We have fees paid. Yep, we have fees paid. Then we also have tutor group. So I'll just speed this up and get back to you guys. Okay, and that's it. So let's run it and see what will happen with just this combo box first. It's taking its time. Yeah, there we go guys. So if I click on this, there we go. So the next thing is write some code in here. So whatever we enter in here, we can always search for it with this command button there. Okay, let's take care of that. Now this very form, let's go to the property of that form and change the startup position. Let's make that center. That's taken care of. So let's double click on this. I think instead of using if statement, I think maybe we should settle for switch statements. So the first thing I want to do now is right up here, let's declare some variable. So I'm going to make it a global variable right there. Let's say dim school as string there. So I have string. Now this very button there, come right there and then say school, whatever is inside school equals cmd search dot text. Right, now we now need to enter select case. So the next step is let's select case school. Okay, we also have and select. In this case, if the case equals this, if it's equals to course code, right, then right there we need me dot, let's see the name of our database. Let's go back in there. That is the database right there. You can see school management system binding source. So let's copy all of that here. You don't have to do that, you can always see it here once you say me dot school management system. There we go. Double click on it, dot. We want it to filter. Alright, so all we just need to say is filter equals as follows. There, right there. So we will now repeat exactly the same thing for the next one. In this case, I might as well just copy that and just paste it right there, and that is supposed to be subject. So I'm just going to copy the subject, come right down here, enter subject there, just paste that in there and paste subject here. So if I know the subject, I can always search for it, or if I know the course code, let's give it a try and say run the program. Oh, there we go. So let's enter maybe subject right there. Let's go for maybe English, and select subject. So take note of what we have in there. If I click on that, you can see it's giving me all the information about English and so on. But that's not good enough. What we want is, we want this system to be able to show us, give us more information about who is present, who is absent, and so on. And we need some buttons here to represent, so that we can use it to add or delete and so on. So let's come back into the design view here, and right here let's go to the data source, and we change this. Let's change it to data grid view and drag this right here. Okay, so we can always bring this. Let's come here, let's stretch it that much and bring this right down here. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is, I'm going to move all of these. Let's move everything here, select it all, and just control and select it all and check this one, and let's move this down right about there. And maybe we can still move this up, or just leave it right there. Let's leave it right there, bring it down here somewhere there, and right up here we need a title. Let's come right down, we need a label there right here, and change the property of that label to school management system. Alright, so let's change the font style to something readable, and go for bold, and then maybe 72, and bring it up here. Right, this is how it looks right now. If I run it, let's just see how it's gonna look. This is how it's looking, but I think maybe I should move these up there. So let's do that now. Let's select it all, let's move it up. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that, and maybe I should add, let's get an exit button in. Let's get down somewhere here. We're gonna need a couple of more buttons. Let's just copy that across. I need maybe a couple more. And now, so far this is how it's looking. I have all my details in there. Let's see. So check this out. That's working as I expected anyway. So let's see that. And there. So that means there's no BS. Let's go for English. Let's see, there might be something. Yeah, So it is working as I expected now, but I only have 2 search criteria in there. Okay, so let's close that. Exit is not working yet. Let's close that, and just right here, all I just need to do is to copy these. Let's copy those and change the search criteria in there. Select case is a little bit straightforward than using if statement. That's why I'm using select case. So come in here, enter this here, and that's it. That's for the department. So I'll just speed this up and get back to you guys. Okay, that's how the search facility is looking now. Okay, let me take it down so that you can see the rest of the code. That's it. So the next thing I want to do is right here where I have exit, let's enter the following lines of codes in there. So the whole idea is to give the user an option to decide if they want to exit or not. But one thing is there's no name on it, which is wrong. Let's go back and give it a proper name. So let's just call that exit, btn exit. Yep, that's fine. And right here, double click on it and enter as follows. So if I run the program now and try to exit, this is what will happen. Let's see that. Okay, you are asked if you really want to exit. If you say no, you stay within the system, but if you say yes, and that's what happened. Now one other thing, let's change this to school management systems. There. Okay, run it again and click on exit. There, you see that school management system. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, let's change all this data. Let's give them a name and enter some information in there. So we call this btn, maybe move first. Right, that'll be the name of that. And right there, the next one, btn previous. Okay, so let's come down here and just enter move previous, or maybe move next, something like that. I don't know. Move next, yeah. Maybe move next, or yeah, move previous, I think. Okay, so if we let's extend this, we'll correct that. Oh, wrong spelling. Oh. And what is this? Move first. Let's see. Okay, so let's take care of this first. Me dot equals school, here right there, dot move previous. Is there anything previous there? Yeah, there is. Okay, that's previous there. Right. Okay, so let's get the name right. That's fine. Let's move. Okay, previous. Then the next one, I might as well just copy all of this. Clicking that, this one will be that move first, yeah, and maybe this let's change this spelling first and get that right. Previous, bring it down, and this very one, let's call it maybe move last or whatever. BTN move last. Okay, take this down. Move last. Alright, so double click on this and double click on that, and me dot screw binding, screw management system, okay, dot move last. Okay, so we have all of those in place. So we're moving first, moving previous, move last, and this is for exit. So let's come here. These are the codes to search the system. Alright, and here are the form load commands. Once the form load, all of those go straight into the combo box, and right up here I have my string. So let's run it. Can we move last? Yes, we can. Yep, so that is fine. Move first. Okay, we need to change this to something. Exit there. Alright, so let's come here now and change this to another form. Maybe if we want to, maybe we should add a register to this program, but that might take some time to design. Yeah, why not? Let's add a register to this. I just change this. Let's change this to register. Okay, change this to register and take this up. BTN register. Paste. Right, so with the register we just have to design another form entirely. Let's go to the project there, add new form, and that will be form 2. Just click on let's click on add. That's form 2 right there. So here the register will be form 2 dot show. Okay, let's see if that will work. So if I run it, yeah, that works. Okay, now let's design the interface for form 2 to take us straight to the register, since this one is working now. So let's say we change this to tutor, and let's go for 13R. Tutor group is 13R. Search for all 13R tutor group. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, I think we need to move this. Let's shift it to the up. Okay, the next thing is let's take care of the form 2. That's form 2 right there, and set the property of form 2. Let's set it to something. Yeah, make this 8 and this 6. Yeah, so that's form 2's property. The next thing is I'm just going to speed up the interface of form 2. If you have a problem with designing the interface, I already have a program on YouTube that's to do with register, attendance register. So that's what the interface will look like. So let's speed this up now. Okay, this is how my interface for the register, this is how it's looking right now. So let's centralize the form itself. Come to start position, let's get it centered. Alright, the next thing is double click on the form itself and enter the following lines of codes. Alright, for the form, so I've got all their names in there. So if I run the program now, let's run it and see. We'll go to the register, that's the register right there. If I select any names here, I should be able to see the students' pictures or so on, or the student pictures and so on. And these ones, they are not working yet, so let's take care of those ones now. Exit, yeah. So we come in here, right there, double click on that and enter the following lines of codes. If you want to see this register tutorial, it's actually online. It's exactly the same lines of code that I'm using for the register. So take it down. That's it. Okay, what's happening here is the combo box. The following will be on the combo box if any of those is selected. If 0 is selected, that means it's the authorized absent. If / is selected, that means present. Okay, and these are what is populated onto the combo box. So if I run the system, let's run it. Alright. Okay, this is how this register is looking now for each of the label I have as follows. So let's double click on one. Okay, I've called it to add a picture of the individual student, and that's what I've done for label 1 or LBL, student name 1, student name 2, and so on. Okay, it's exactly the same lines of codes. Alright, take it down. Okay, now let me run the program. I think before that, let's just change this. Let's move this away here and let's change this to back to school system. I'm gonna say now, maybe just put back back to school management system, back to SMS or just SMS, whatever, that's fine. Okay, so if I run the system now, let's save it, run it. So as you can see, you can search for whatever student you intend to search for, and here let's say to search for, let's see something I can search for. Let's go for tutor group C, 12C. You can just come in here and just click on search. That's it, tutor group 12C right there. And you can find out whoever you want to find out. Yeah, it's well, in my own way, I'm going to call this an advanced search system anyway. Right, so let's search for this particular student. Let's look for a name there. Let's go for Lona. Right there. So search there. There's Lona. You can find out all the information about Lona. And you can even go to the register and just mark your register there. Go back. We need to be able to go back to the school system. Okay, let's try and go back to the school system. We need to code that to take us back. So come in here and maybe we should close it. double click on this and just enter as follows. That'll become maybe me.hide or close me.hide, and then let's go for form1.show. yeah, form1.show and me.hide. So if I run it, let's go straight onto the register. That's it, back, and we can go to the last student, previous one, and then move first, register, back, exit, no, mark the register first, select they are all are present apart from maybe 2 students. Let's see the face of the student, that student there, just change that to absent, and the other student, Femi Rose, change that to absent. Okay guys, with that I'm just going to call it the end of this tutorial. I think you will all enjoy it. I suppose you enjoy it anyway, so let's go back to the system itself. So with that, I'll just call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose if you have any question, you can always forward it, but do subscribe. Bye for now.